do get there. And many, many moons ago, I'll date myself, it was a while ago, a good friend and I, we drove around the country and we camped our way around the country for the summer. And we went to the Grand Canyon, and it was spectacular. It was amazing. And, we were just so blown away. And that's a story for another day, what we what we experienced around there. But I remember when we got to California, we were talking to a friend of ours, just sharing, we were at the Grand Canyon and all of that. And they were like, man, I got a funny story about the Grand Canyon, about my grandfather. And we're like, yeah, right on. He goes, well, my grandfather growing up, he's not really known as a funny guy. And he was one of those really crass, stubborn, like hardcore, just impatient kind of guys. And he had a belief about everything. And my grandparents, they went to the Grand Canyon, and he didn't really want to go. He's like, it's a tourist trap. And he had all these thoughts about it. And he got there. I don't know if you know this, but sometimes there could be some fog. So they got there and there's all this fog. And so it didn't see much. It's like, oh, like fog. And he's like, see, it's a tourist trap. It sucks. And he got so upset. And finally, he and his wife, they left. Never went back again. And he was like, it's a tourist trap. And people would be like, you should have stayed for like another day. The next morning, it would clear up and it would have been beautiful. Look at these pictures. And he's like, no, those pictures, those are just ploys to get you there. It's a tourist trap. Well, sadly, his wife died, this guy's grandmother, and he ended up remarrying. And somehow he was able to, his new wife was able to get him back to the Grand Canyon. She's a brilliant, brilliant woman. And he got there and there was no fog. And it was amazing. And, it's probably like 30, 40 years later. And so he goes into the gift shop, gets a postcard, and here's what he sends to his children. Dear Paul and Jane, the Grand Canyon has changed a lot over the years. And sent it over. So, interesting. I wonder if perhaps sometimes we create a belief system around something that isn't true, that isn't even the case. And we dig so deep, we dig our heels so deep into that story, into that belief, that we miss out on all the joys, all the beauty, all the opportunity, all the experiences, all the love, all the growth that would have been possible had we been willing to open our minds, open our hearts, and just realize that there might be more to the story. Food for thought. So today on Transformational Thursday, how can you transform your thoughts? How can you break through whatever ideas that maybe you have about anything at all? And try on and see, well, maybe there's more to the story. Maybe there's something else here. Maybe I shouldn't buy the hype. Maybe I should do some of my own research. Or not. If you want to take your message to the next level, come on down to yourockspeaking.com and let's get together. Let's teach you the art of virtual storytelling, virtual presenting, virtual kind of life at the moment. This is here to stay. So I love you for who you are and who you aren't. Make today amazing. See you soon.